Go get some shoes. It's no place to be without shoes. Definitely step on something like I already have. Something to go right through your feet. Right through your damn feet. You do not want those problems. Gotta list this. This came out of that fridge. I'm gonna post this for $80 plus delivery, which is in the mail. Another $10. 80, probably $90. Might get about 70 out of it. Let's see what else needs listed. This stuff, that guy needs listed. All of this, some of it needs listed, but some of it's already on eBay. I've been selling this stuff, you guys. That's why it looks like this to mess, but I've been taking these refrigerators apart and just selling what I can. And I just sold one of these. I know my house looks raggedy, but I live by myself. Who cares? I just sold one of these. You guys, you know what this is, right? It's your filter to your big boy fridges. And so I just sold it for like $180. $180. Sold these before. So yeah. Place is a mess, but like I said, ain't no woman here, so I don't have nobody to impress. I'm gonna turn my AC back on though. Get some cool air in here. It's too hot, but yeah. So I'm basically take them and tear them apart and make videos of it. Make a little change from the videos. But yeah, sell these for like 60. These fans, this whole compartment here for like $100. These for like 80. $80. You can even sell the little thermistor. There's a thermistor right here. You can take that off. You can get that out. So it's a thermistor. And all your ice makers, there's a thermistor. It's a pain in the ass to get out, but you can pop it out. You can get $14, $15 for it. So, but I wanted to talk about what I ran into recently, which is this thing I bought a couple weeks ago. And I went through the whole gambit of what's wrong with it because I thought I was going to fix it, right? I'm pretty good at fixing them, right? So I bought it for $50. You know, that's a good trade to me. $50 for these. Because, you know, you can sell all kind of stuff on this and get $50. Hell, you can just post it right back on the internet and you'll get $50 for it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, $50 is nothing to get for these. But I wanted to just tell you guys what I went through on this particular fridge. So if you guys are, you know, if you guys are having some issues with your refrigerator and you're a DIYer like me, you can kind of, you know, save yourself some money by watching my boring ass videos. All right, so what I started with was, this is an LG, and on LGs they have these buttons here that you can push, beep, 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 and it will go ahead and kick in your fan, which is down here. It'll kick in your compressor, it'll kick in your fans up top in the fridge and in the freezer. So, you know, your fans, you hit it again, it'll just run the compressor and the fan. You hit it again, it'll run the defrost. But if your fridge is not, you know, cold, the defrost won't come on. So, boom. So you go through that, which I did. Everything was working. The compressor, everything kicked on, right? So I said, okay, what's wrong? So I looked at some videos, and they said, oh, you might have a, you know, a little starter compressor, starter to your compressor might be a little flummoxed, which is right down here. You can see a little guy right there. I said, okay, let me check that out. That wasn't it. They was like, yes, maybe it's your board. Because, you know, you see error 22, which isn't really an error. So I said, okay, let me replace the board, which I got another one right there. So I replaced the board. And then I went through a bunch of tests. Even before I replaced the board, I went through tests. So what I did was I tested the compressor to the board, which is here. And I got the correct readings. I tested the power to the board. I got the correct readings. I tested the power itself. I got the correct readings. Then you want to test your, you know, your board itself. You want to just see if there's anything wrong. Any of these are swollen up. You want to go ahead and test your, you know, that right there, your fuses. See if there's another fuse on here. None. There's only one fuse on this one. So I tested the fuse. The fuse had continuity. Then I started testing this right here for microfarads, and it tells you how many microfarads it should be. That's fine. I tested this for microfarads. That's fine. I tested everything mechanical on here, and I did it by the book. You know, I took my time and went through everything, right? Got another board, said maybe it's the board, but I don't think so, but let's try it. Fired it up, got the same results. Now, on an LG, these particular boards, when something's wrong with them, there's a green light that lights up. I'm going to show you that. Thought I heard something back there. Got mice. I had a dream about mice the other day, so I think I have mice in here. Anyways, so I'm gonna fire old girl up, and I'm gonna give you a demonstration of what it wasn't doing. So, fan's gonna kick on, and all that good stuff. So you hear your click. You got power. You're gonna, fan's gonna kick on, which is right there. Boom, there's your fan. After that, your compressor's gonna kick on. It should. But this is where I was getting fooled. The compressor would kick on. I was like, okay, the compressor's on. That's the big thing, you know, you want to get that humming. So I was like, what is the problem? I can't figure out what's going on. So basically, I was stumped. Here's the thing. You can't figure out what's going on here. You tested all your mechanical stuff. You know this is all solid here. It's all good. Power and everything. Fan, everything. Then you got to see if the compressor is putting out and if it's pumping any of the gas, which is what I did. And I tested these. I tested it for heat on all the places where heat should be different. So you have to test it on your high side, your low side, and then your condenser right here. So I let it run for a while. I tested my high side, my low side. My low side is where you put Freon in. So there's my Freon. I pumped Freon into it. I looked and I said, this takes, I think like 4.9 ounces. So I filled it up. I said, okay, you got enough Freon in you. I can see because there's a pressure right there, right? There's my bullet valves. You only need one. This one was a mistake. But I said, okay, boom. You're good. You got enough pressure. What's the deal? Here's what happened. This compressor was going out because the refrigerator was cooling down a little bit. But here's what happened. Eventually, because this light wasn't coming on, and I was like, why is this light not coming on? Well, now you can see it. 2, 3 blinking lights. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That is the very bad news for me, because that told me this compressor is no longer any good. The refrigerator is good, but the compressor isn't. And there's nothing I can do about it except get another compressor. You know, it's a sad day when Jody ran away. But I'm not exactly ecstatic, because I thought I was just going to pop something in, boom, and fix this old boy. I even took all the gas out of it. I ran my one-step, my Vavor here. I took all the gas out of it, put it down, sucked it down less than 0. I thought I had a clog issue. I said, maybe it's my filter dryer is, you know, no good. But if your filter dryer is you're not getting circulation, you're going to see your Freon stuck somewhere. It's going to be a big old ice ball. I checked on the inside. Let me check the inside of it. You know, seeing if my fans was running. I did this test right here. So you hear the fans running on the inside. So you push it once, it beeps. Slide over. This lets you know that you're in test mode. That lets you know you're in the first test mode. Just one beep. So your fans are going to be going. So my fans in here are going. And this drawer is kind of too close, but my fans down here are going. You can hear them. I did not want to do that. Damn it. I don't know why I still think I can fix this, but I could definitely sell the doors. Oh, hell, man, old life's good. Anyway, so when you're in your second step, it'll be a 2-2 up here. And some people are saying, oh, that means this or that's bad. No, it just means you're in the second step. So that happened. And yeah, third step, you'll see 3 3s across there. So there it is, the infamous green blinking light telling you your compressor has had it. And I don't know where I don't know if this is it here, saying you're pretty much what the blinking lights are doing. It's on here somewhere, maybe. This is basically telling you the system. Circuit. This is telling you the diagram of the circuit. So that's good information for a tech. I'm not exactly there yet, but I'm getting good. But I thought it was a switch down here. I was like, oh, I'm going to replace the switch. I tested that switch, found out it had good continuity. I was like, damn. And the more stuff I tested, the more disappointed I got. Then finally, the compressor went out, and that's where you got your green lights. I was like, okay, well, at least I know now. So it's just going to keep doing that. Your compressor is gone because it's not vibrating at all. It's got good power to it. There's your switch right here. The switches are working. It's got power to it. There's a power cord here. Power cord's in. Yeah. Let me see a power cord, baby. Oh, look at that. It's not in. Okay. I'm wrong for that. Hold on, let me put this down. Put this down real quick. I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to plug this up. And so this wasn't. Ouch! God dang it, that hurt. That hurt. Shot spot, that hurt. All right. We're gonna start coming. I think it's already. Plug this in. Boom, right there. I'm gonna go ahead and fire it back up. But at least you know your board's not lying to you. It's okay. Okay. I know the board's not lying to us. So this is probably not gonna blink now. I don't know if it will or won't. But there goes my fan. Damn it. Let's see if the compressor kicks on. I don't know if it will or won't. Nobody said anything. Anyways. So the board is not blinking green right now. May take it a minute, but hey, what's going on? What's going on, young man? Okay, so there's a compressor. However, I know the compressor is still bad because there's no suction going on. So there should be some suction here, and there's none. But I can hear the compressor. So when you have a situation like this, and you hear the compressor, you're like, I hear you. It's it's doing its thing. What you got to do is you need to find out if the strokes are off in the compressor, because that could be what's going on, because this is not telling me anything anymore. It's not blinking, and it should be. And I know it's not functioning because I can look here and say, you're not functioning correctly because you should be moving and you're not. I can also tell after a while because this is going to be cool. That's my low side. It's going to be cool. This is going to be warm. If these two have the same temperature as the condenser, then something's wrong. This should be warmer than the condenser, which is my high side. My low side should be cool because that's where the Freon goes in. So if I turn this Freon, you'll see it go in, you'll see this pressure go up. But I know for a fact that it's not working correctly. I still don't know what it is. I just don't. I'm pretty sure it's the compressor itself. Yeah. But yeah. So no blinking light. But what happens in this case when you can't figure out what it is, you got to look at this right here. You got to go, what are my numbers here for my run start common? So you got to turn it off. You got to test your run start common, which is the three that are in here that it plugs into. And you should get some numbers that'll tell you if this is running correctly. And I know this is not running correctly because I got 9, then I got 0 and like 6. I was getting the wrong numbers. And yeah, so Freon is not circulating through this, and it's the compressor for sure. You can hear it and everything, but it's not getting cool. It's disappointing too. Because now I got to take everything and sell it separately. What I want to do is, what I might do, here's what I might do. Okay, so let me show you let me show you the high dollar value items for this. This is a high dollar value item. You can get about $100 for these. And there's 2 of them. Here's the other one. Also, this guy right here, you can get about $100 for that. And your ice maker, you can get about $1.50. So what I'm thinking about doing is just going ahead and grabbing a propane, get a propane torch, go ahead and cut that compressor out of there, and go ahead and buy me another compressor. See if I can get an aftermarket LG, and just go ahead and switch it out myself. I'm gonna need another filter dryer, some flux, some sandpaper, some safety equipment, rags and stuff, and fireproof rags and whatnot, and strip that, get that bad boy out of there, and just go ahead and pop another one in there. And then I'll use my Vev one step and suck all the air out of it once I, tighten it up, suck all the air out. Then I'll go ahead and pump some Freon back in the old girl, and let it blow and see if I can get this thing to cool down, because right now this is where I'm at. So anyways, everybody's gone. But for those of you who did stop by, thanks for stopping by. It's just another day in the life of the refrigerator guy. All right. Take care.